been a really long time, tangu nikuvutie. I only called today, but I think about you every day. Najua nilichoma, yeah. I take the blame. Juu tangu iyo day, I've never been the same. Find me at B&D of late kila weekendi. Nimekosana na wengi, lakini sisi I'm regretting. I know you know me well, usikate juu niko mlevi. Please don't hang up on me, niache niseme ukweli. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I'm not stalking you, niliona umepost pictures are cost, your new man doing the most. You seem happy, you seem so happy. Called to let you know I'm taken, but available for you. Bestie, we nirudishie phone, cause you don't understand what the hell is going on. Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday. I've been upset cause no one loves me better. Hata wanipende aje, na wapenda shingo pande. I know you're upset cause no one loves you better. Hata wakupende aje, utahepa someday.
Reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. She needs to know what's in my heart. Oh, Kilimani reminds me I'm alone. Oh, I need to call her now. Needs to know what's in my heart.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Our radio. GL.
Nani cheesy kama yeah. I've been faded, I've been naked, in different places, many faces, X-rated, yeah. I've been patient, I've been waiting. No other one that's come around can do the things you do. Who keep come around, we smoke a lot, Canadian pot, G's and bomb. Catch a wine, dance along, baby, bounce along. Wine and dine, made your mind, it's a clear sign that no other one that's come around can do the things you do. Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come yeah. Cheesy come yeah. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM. Cheesy come yeah. Cheesy come yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come yeah.
I've been faded, serenaded, celebrated. Ooh, very patient. See, I'm not so complicated. Ooh, kakwama on my mind. Your toes are juicy, align. Moyo kapiga sign, kisha underline. Only free because you let me be. That's the love I want for me. Long time was so baridi. Can't deny the chemistry. Ukakwama on my mind. Tuka alive. Tuka bigger sign.
Nobody else can match my energy. Cheesy come yeah.
Cheesy come
yeah. We up all night and still we tryna be busy on the AM.
Cheesy come
Yeah. Cheesy come yeah. Oh yeah. Cheesy come yeah. Cheesy come yeah. Cheesy come time ya kuenda online na kuhala na madem wengine squeeze ni kasi nanga time ya kubishana na watu kwa comments offense nimeweka defense to be honest I just wanna be with you and I know vex I just wanna be with you and I know best I just wanna be with you yeah you elevate and when we did together we marinate and everything you say I resonate and when I day inside you lulette I li on fire too easy I'm feeling you body, every tantalizer. Baby, you energizer. Anything you want, baby girl, you know I can't deny you. Anywhere you go, I'll go. When I'm feeling low, you're the only one who give me high, yo. How you do me, I don't know. You elevate, and when we did together, we marinate. And everything you say, I resonate. And when I day inside you, you lulate. I li on fire, too easy. I'm feeling you, I'm loving you. You make it too easy. I'm touching you, and I'm rubbing you. You make it too easy. You make it too easy. You make it too easy.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night.
Power Radio. All right. Welcome officially to the Kenya's biggest conversation with me and Wanyoike. This is the Power Morning Drive Show on Power Radio. My name is Anne Wanyoike, yes, and I'm just officially welcoming you. Let us cruise. We are here from 8 a.m. all the way till 10 a.m. as we look at the state of the nation. A lot has been happening. Cabinet reshuffle, new cabinet entries. Some, as I had spoken to you earlier last Friday, I did mention that we will be having some reincarnation of the cabinet members, and indeed, true to my word, I've seen that the president has hearkened. I think he was listening to our show, if only. But you can get in touch with us on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio. If you haven't followed us, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, otherwise known as X, and we are on TikTok, and you can also listen in to this live broadcast on our YouTube channel. Yes, we do have a YouTube channel. We are at Power Radio. If you haven't yet subscribed, head out there, subscribe, like, comment, share, and do all the things. And also on our website, we are www.power254.org/Power Radio. You know the drill. Let's get into some music, and then when I come back, I give you the day's traffic highlights, and then we get into it. And by it, I mean the local and international news roundup. Keep it 100% Kenyan, yes, number one, because Power Radio, we only keep it 100% Kenyan, but also keep it Power Radio. See you after this short musical break.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Hey, hello, you look familiar, have I made up with you before? Let's just be serious, kabla uanze tukunipo. Nionyeshe Insta labda nitakukumbuka hivyo. Oh, hey, hello, sikuamini lakini ni kama nimeona ghost. Miezi mbili ndio maana siwezi pita kino, na tangu lini ukaanza kuwa na story mob? Lakini walai siwezi mind tukienda drinks, walai na beshte yangu bado takumit, walai ni wapi ulienda for real, for real. Lakini walai siwezi mind tukienda drinks, walai na beshte yangu bado takumit, walai ni wapi ulienda for real, for real. My pride is there, don't play, don't even dare. You don't play fair, so hey, there's something here, there's something there overlay. It's like a different kind of weather. Hey, my heart is there, my pride is there, don't play, don't even dare. You don't play fair, so hey, there's something here, there's something there overlay. It's like a different kind of weather. Lakini walai siwezi mind tukienda drinks, walai na beshte yangu bado takumit,
sana.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Sound Jeff. Shauri mwenzi unataka, nimekuwa na wazo na kuwaza daily, strika unanipata. It might sound crazy, la wendo nataka, ukiona nafurahi ujue ni wewe. Kama mapacha tunafanana, tena na visifa vingi miupatia. Oh, she sometimes says I'm so funny, nabadilisha kina badili paka gear. Oh, minampa burudani, malaika wangu kipenzi. Ukiniona na kuita ujue siwezi, yani umenishika pumzi na penzi. You my love, wendo mwenyewe, oh baby. Sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya. You want me to assure you that I'm ready for you. You want me to promise that yes, I love you and it's true. Baby, come give me your love. I promise you never go tired. Nitakupenda, nitakupa mapenzi salo, yani mpaka uritaya. Baby, baby, siniogope wanipende, baby, baby. Malaika wangu kipenzi, ukiniona na kuita ujue siwezi, yani umenishika pumzi na penzi. You my love, wendo mwenyewe, oh baby. Sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya, sina ubaya nawe, sina ubaya. Sina ubaya nawe.
Please give me more beats.
Sound.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Umenitosha by Polaris, and it's playing right here on the Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike. Now let's get into it. You know what it is? It's time for your traffic updates. Let's see. Thika Road, as usual, as you head inbound towards Nairobi, the city center, is a little bit of a snarl up all the way from around KCA University, heading down towards Pangani Interclose, and then things clear up a little bit after that. We also have Agwins Kodhek Road. There's a little bit of a snarl up, but as you head towards the DOD area, things start opening up a little. Where is this? I can see Ngong Road. Ngong Road, things are looking good. Apart from, it's moving a little bit slower as you head towards the Kenyatta roundabout, all the way from Prestige Plaza. Yes, and then we have, where is this? Wanyoike way. Today, things are looking good. I wonder. Yeah, but things are looking good. There's just a little bit of a snarl up as you head outside from that area of the mall, straight into... Where is this? From the mall, that area, as you go towards the Capital Club, then things get a little bit crazy as you head towards the Churomo roundabout. But after that, things are looking good as usual. Mombasa Road, we are moving today, so that's really good. We are moving. Things move. We have we only have a little bit of a snarl up from where is this? Inbound Capital Center area as you head towards your Debonair South Sea, that area. But after that, I can see that things are moving quite well. We also have Langata Road off of Kisauni Road. As you head towards Nyayo National Stadium, obviously there's always a snarl up. As you go towards Bunyala Road, things are not moving at all. All things are painted red, but as you go towards Haile Selassie, then things start opening up. Yes, things start opening up after that. Where have I not shown? Let's see. Yeah, I think from yes, those are some of the traffic updates. And you remember, in case of any accidents or incidents, you can let us know on our social media handles. We are at Power Radio across all our socials. We are on YouTube, we are on TikTok, we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, as well as X. And also you can find us on our live website. That is www.power254.org/Power Radio. Let's get into some music, and then I come back and I give you the day's local and international news roundup. Keep it Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
ungumthandazo onzulu wenhliziyo ulapha ngokakhose bupheni kunyamalala onke amazwe awundijonge emehlweni. Come here my love, come here my love, don't be so far tonight. Come here my love, 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 don't be so far tonight. Come here my love, 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 don't be so far tonight.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Don't be so far tonight. Hey, hey, hey. A main switch production.
Mapenzi ni bahari lisilo na mwisho. Mapenzi ni moto kwa roho na haichomi.
Nimempenda msichana wa Kisonko, mi humona kwenye ndoto usiku nikiwa ghetto. Ye huishi Runda, kwetu ni Dandora. Kuna rusho makombora na kumeja wakora.
Lakini je, anakupenda? Najua we unampenda. Basi nenda pole pole, siku moja utampata.
Penzi wangu never leave me, never. Penzi wangu ende pole pole.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, that is Jaguar and Take It Slow, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Anne Wanyoike, and we are cruising nicely from 8 a.m. all the way till 10 a.m. Now, as promised, today we shall be looking at the state of the nation because a lot has been happening. A lot has been happening in the state, in the Republic of Kenya, and so we have a lot to talk about. So our wholesome or the entirety of the show will just be looking at the different things that have been happening across the political divide, across the political arena, as well as what that might portend and mean for us as the Kenyan people. And so on Friday, we saw the big announcement. President Ruto has just announced his 11 cabinet secretaries, and I had told you guys earlier, I think I might get a clip from my producer after we go on a break, as I was telling you that I expect that his cabinet will be reincarnated, and I remember saying that some of them will come back into the positions that they were. And true to story, Aden Duale, the cabinet secretary of defense, came back as well, and also we had Kindiki coming back in his service as Interior Cabinet Secretary. And so let's start off with the Standard today, and I can see that the top page of the Standards has a story here: Raila this way, Raila that way. From an astute defender of democracy and human rights, today opposition leader's words cannot be taken to the bank since he is bound to change his mind again and again. On protest, he seems to be blowing hot and cold. That is a story there that the Standard has been able to capture, and it is on the page 5 of the newspaper. So to continue giving more context, the story reads: Cornered Raila now woos Gen Z, sets demands for dialogue. Now, in what emerges to be a continuation of contradicting stands since Kenya's youngest adult began their push for good governance, opposition leader Raila Odinga has now dished out a list of conditions without which he will not take part in President William Ruto's proposed talks. Now, the paper continues to say that affirming his dedication to the ongoing reforms, reports indicated that Raila has signaled his readiness to forego his ambitions at African Union Commission, that's the AUC, for the sake of the nation, if it will be used to manipulate him at the expense of the quest for a better and stable country. The paper continues to say that coming days after standing side by side with President Ruto, when he read out a statement to the nation about the need for dialogue, pundits now see an unsettled hand in Raila's new stand. So one of the things that are coming up from this is that he tabled some of the issues that he wanted to be able to be remembered for in the efforts for liberating Kenya, because that has actually been one of the biggest brand avatars for Mr. Raila Odinga. So continuously he states that once these issues are resolved, we can focus on a national conversation and should be conducted transparently in a neutral venue, said Raila on Sunday as he moved to clear the air on the national dialogue. So there's still some uncertainty on the way forward regarding the multi-sectoral dialogue forum which is continuing this, broad-based organized government. There's a lot of uncertainty as to what the next move of Raila and also the Azimio coalition would mean for this, whatever the Kenya Kwanza government, or rather President Ruto is stating as the broad-based government. And so we can see that there's a little bit of some in-house panel beating that Raila has to do. He has to set his house in order first of all, and so that when he comes to the public and states whatever he's stating, because now the new light within which we are seeing this continued dialogue efforts is because we have a Gen Z here on one side that is telling the nation or its leaders that we want a Kenya that, we are fighting for a Kenya that we want to see, and old tricks are not going to suffice this time around. It's either you give us the demands that we want, or rather you are going to step down from the political positions that we have in the first place elected you into, or rather there's a irresponsibility that the Gen Zs do feel that their demands are not being met by the leaders that are chosen. So that's what the opposition leader Raila is on to right now, and he said that actually there's something else that he says, that to the young people of Kenya, you must all know that I am deeply moved by your dedication to the cause, and I believe a structured dialogue will bring the reforms you are fighting for. And I think that is even further what is leading the Gen Zs to deepening, I guess to deepening sort of their fight, right? Their fight for a Kenya that they want to see. When the opposition leader says something like, I believe that a structured dialogue will bring the reforms that you're fighting for, like, we want to be part of this table of discussion. The reforms that the political class for a long time, and it's not just something with this regime of the political class, we've seen it over and over, that they are not necessarily... The public is usually not necessarily quite involved, yeah? And those that are involved, they are not involved in like a meaningful way. And so the Gen Zs have come out and they're saying that they want to see that, a couple of demands that they had, and I had read some of them last week, yeah? They just want a proper governance, right? And so the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, I think he has a lot of work to do, being the opposition leader of this country, because of course that's what he's been known to do for a long time. And so let's see what that dialogue and reform panel beating comes up with in tandem with the efforts of the Gen Z and the public, the Kenyan public. And because the thing is, I hope we just have something at the end of this thing, for lack of a better word, I would call it a revolution, because let's be on the same page that the Kenyan public is fighting for the same thing. We are fighting for not only better governance, we're fighting for our lives to be stabilized, right? We are fighting for the many freedoms that have been for so long even been forgotten, that actually we are privy and we are right. We have the rights to some of the life that we want to see, some of the life conditions that we want to live in, right? So there has to be that sort of meeting point, that the political class has its interest, but also the Kenyan public has its interest. And where do these two meet? Because you cannot have a political class that has its interests that are not centered, people-centered, that are not the public-centered, that are not citizen-centered. It has to be that they are meeting at a particular point. It's not bad to have your own political interest. That's amazing. Like, do you? But remember that you are elected into power by a vote of merit, by a vote of, not by a vote of merit, by a vote of democracy. And by the time that people are putting you there, they know that you're going to represent their interests and represent them well. And so the opposition leader, I know he's got a lot of work to do. And so let's wait and see how this whole thing pans out, yeah? Yes, let's continue looking at some more stories. On page 3 of the Standard, why 7 cabinet members were replaced. Now, let's see. At least 7 of the 22 former cabinet secretaries who served in President William Ruto's administration have been replaced. It is not clear whether some may be recalled as the president walks a tightrope in completing setting up of his new cabinet in coming days. He recalled 6 as one was allocated the Attorney General position. They were replaced on Friday when Ruto announced part of his cabinet filling the positions previously held by Kipchumba Murkomen, who was the cabinet secretary of Roads, Mithika Linturi, Agriculture, Susan Nakumicha of Health, Zekaria Njeru of Water, Eliud Owalo, ICT, Ezekiel Mashogu, Education, and Justin Muturi, the former Attorney General. The former CSs, whose positions have now been filled, were widely regarded across the country as embodying unprofessionalism. Their actions, often seen as extravagant and insensitive, led to public outcry, especially as Kenyans struggled through challenging economic times. Murkomen, who lost his roads docket to a colleague, Davis Chirchir of Energy, stunned Kenyans when he seemed to lose the restraint that public servants are, by all accounts, supposed to reflect while in office. And revealed on a social media platform some of the expensive items he owns. We also have on his part, Mithika Linturi's short stint at the Agriculture Ministry was marred by controversies and scandals, the recent being the subsidized fertilizer. We also have some of, let me see, before his appointment, he faced a criminal case where he was accused of committing an indecent act with an adult on January 30th, 2021 at the Mayan Villas Resort in Nanyuki, Laikipia County. Linturi is said to have committed the offense at around 3 a.m. and the charge sheet read. We also have Susan Nakumicha, at the health, she was the former cabinet secretary of the health ministry, also had her own share of controversy. Last year, a video emerged showing an enraged Nakumicha ordering transfer of an officer commanding Matisi police station, John Thuo. It was at a funeral of one of her ardent supporters who was said to have been killed by unknown persons. Besides herself with fury, she caused a storm. We also have the education cabinet secretary, Ezekiel Mashogu, could perhaps have been the oldest in Ruto's cabinet, and he will be replaced by Julius Ogamba. Critics say many of the sector's challenges remain unresolved and have called for a more substantial and decisive leader to run education, Kenya's most expensive docket in budgetary allocation. It has always run away with the lion's share at every budget ritual. On the other hand, Eliud Owalo, the ICTCS, came under sharp scrutiny from the public for his political forays in Nyanza rather than running the information docket. He was widely perceived as one of Ruto's critical figures in Luo Nyanza, a role that overshadowed his position as a cabinet secretary tasked with leading Kenya Kwanza's digital agenda. Justin Muturi, the former Attorney General, was replaced in the Friday evening announcement by Rebecca Miano. The former Chief Government Legal Advisor was also in the spotlight as courts declared some of the Ruto administration's major decisions unconstitutional. Muturi was also said to have resisted appending the seal of approval to high-sounding projects and pending debt payouts that came with glaring legal red flags. And finally, Zechariah Njeru has been replaced by Eric Murezi Muga in the Ministry of Water, Sanitation and Irrigation. Pundits say Njeru might have been one of the cabinet secretaries President Ruto once said they were clueless about whatever is happening within their docket. So So yeah, to get the full score of the story there, you can grab your copy of the Standard and find out for yourself why these 7 cabinet members were replaced. And so some of the things that you've heard me talking about there is a embodiment of unprofessionalism from these cabinet secretaries, and we also have corruption allegations as well. We have indecency during work or whatever. You when you're a holder of a public office, anything that you do might be countered as whatever argument. It might go left, it might go south, it might go north, it might go center. So you have to be very careful as a holder of public office as to whatever decisions that you make. And of course, you're free to make whatever decisions. You're an adult. Nobody's really policing you. But if they might look as if they are implicating you on a certain level, and that it might also reflect on you badly when it comes to looking at, especially whatever becomes a touchy issue is when we seem to have a public resources. Money is always a touchy issue. So, for example, the former cabinet secretary Kipchumba Murkomen flaunting his expensive items, 900,000 shilling watch and 40,000 and 50,000 and 80,000 shoes and belts. The end range, when the Kenyan public might not understand that maybe you're a businessman and you make your money in other ways, but one thing can be misconstrued for the other. So the 900,000 shillings might be misconstrued for, but you're not giving us the roads that we're supposed to be having right now. And you're busy flaunting this your expensive life on our social media platforms, yet you're sleeping on the job, quote unquote. So that's the Standard's story there that has brought us to exactly 4 minutes to 9 a.m. We are continuing with our discussion for today, which is the state of the nation. We're looking at the cabinet reshuffle. We are looking at what that might portend. There's a crackdown on the CSO sector. President Ruto is launching a crackdown for the civil society. And when I come back, I'll be talking about that as we listen to a press statement that the consortium of various cabinet, CSOs came together, the civil service came together, issued a statement in a presser as to, in their response of the allegation and accusation, and that some of them are funding the protest, and of course Ford Foundation being one of the people that have really come under the fire. Do keep it right here on the Power Morning Drive Show. I'm your host, Wanyoike, and let's get into some music now. I'll be back shortly with the day's news, as we get now more compounded in the discussion of today. We are simply looking at the state of the nation. This is Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
They call me Chris to the cantata. They call me Chris to the cantata. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. That's why they call me. Huni nani ji, huni kantai hajali ji, huni mtu mkali ji, tuliza moto kufani ji. Yo, they say it's hard to compose a rhyme. I say you out of your mind or you full of lies. Then again, you could be the slow kind. I don't see how lyrics don't hypnotize. Why lie? The season has transformed. You got reason to be bored, so now you want more? I'ma serve you flavor that you can't afford. The bill about to get placed on your tempo. So don't even try to resist. Look at yourself bumping to the beat. Get up and get down with a G-twist. Forget the hater, cause the fool's not on the list. Dig this, we came and we took over. Got the keys to the ride and we're not sober. We made an oath that we ain't gonna ride for you. So now it's hip-hop. hajali G. Huu ni mtu mkali G. Tuliza moto kufani G. That's why they call me. Huu ni nani G. Huu ni kantai hajali G. Huu ni mtu mkali G. Tuliza moto kufani G. They're taking over my head, dog, they on a hustle. I'm taking over their bread, dog, I'm on a muscle. Try to be cool, but I gotta mumble. Better yet, after that, there's a big tussle. Quit them tears, boy. Dry your eyes, see the G going, cheers, boy. Don't be mad, cause I say that you weird, boy. You kinda scared, so I see that fear, boy. Meditating on a cute shorty. Lean body, mean thighs like the chick bought it. I said real tight like they all assorted. If she arrested my ass, then she got a warrant. I'm a legend in the living, and that's that. I grab objects of vices you can't touch. Read all comprehension is too much. Unawares these words that bring the wrath. Let's go. Huni nani G. Huni kantai hajali G. Huni mtu mkali G. Tuliza moto kufani G. Huni nani G. Huni kantai hajali G. Huni mtu mkali G. Tuliza moto kufani G. Glad that you stopped by. Who are you? What's your business? Bye-bye. I hate people that think that I'm on the rise. Yet and still, I'm the steel that will not fly. Ask why? I got this even better. On this planet, I teach you before the chatter. What I compose gets better by the day's weather. That's why they call me Chris to the cantata. Huni nani G. Huni kantai hajali G. Huni mtu mkali G. Tuliza moto kufani G. Huni nani G. Huni kantai hajali G. Huni mtu mkali G. Tuliza moto kufani G. Yo. 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 That's why they call me. They call me Chris through the cantata.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Wanipigia sishiki, wanitumia ujumbe sijibu. Sijui ni kwa nini, I wish ningekuwa na majibu. I don't want to disappoint you, so I would rather avoid you. But believe me, I feel you. Na ni kweli ninajaribu, lakini moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, but I'm gonna try cool way, yeah, and give a chance cool way, utandolwa miluka way, cool way, yeah, kifuna uko pumelela cool way. Brain goes 100 miles an hour. I think of everything that could go sour. My heart really wants this to work out, and I'm terrified of getting a blackout. Lord forgive me, I have been running away from my true feelings, and it's time to stop being afraid and face my true self. Lakini moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, then later I am going to lose you. Moyo wangu huenda du 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 du. Every time I think of me and you, I'm afraid that I am going to love you, gonna try for you. 'Cause I'm gonna try for you. I'm gonna give my love to you. Kifuna uko pumelela kue.
Time for Kenya to rise up.
Rise up, simama.
Umoja ni nguvu.
Wake up, simama.
Together we you are champion. Rise up, simama.
Johnny.
Wake up, simama. Champion vibes. Rise up, simama. Wake up, simama.
Kutoka ghetto sio ngumu, lazima uwe na form. Piga mishe utameki odo. Kutoka ghetto sio ngumu, lazima uwe na form. Piga mishe utameki odo. Wakisema hautameki asala, hii dunia ni duara, chapa kazi. Wakisema hautameki asala, hii dunia ni duara, chapa kazi. Chenga kama Olunga, chomoka kama Kipyego na Kipchoge. Cheki Lupita Nyong'o, Wanyama naye ni champion. Carry on. Oh yes, I'm a champion. One in a million. Kenyans a champion. One in a million. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. One in a million. Oh yes, we are champions. One in a million.
Some say that you coulda never make it out of the poverty. Them not know your priority. When I give up like what them say, Jah bless me with sanity. We turning dreams to reality. Wanna put your eyes on the prize. It won't be very long before them ever realize. Enough of them a bad man, them a go criticize. Them can't stop us, get our youth steady on the rise. Yeah. Wanna put your eyes on the prize. It won't be very long before them ever realize. Enough of them a bad man, them a go criticize. Them can't stop us, get our youth steady on the rise. Yeah.
I'm a champion.
Oh yes, I'm a champion. One in a million. Kenyans a champion. One in a million. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. One in a million. Oh yes, we are champions. One in a million.
Stand and let the sun shine bright.
Yeah.
Celebrate tonight. Fly up to the highest high and sing. I'm a Kenyan champion. Dance, let it rain all night. Celebrate tonight. Fly up to the highest high and sing. I'm a Kenyan champion. I'm a Kenyan champion. I'm a Kenyan champion. Yeah, I'm a Kenyan champion.
Would you ever think to be a champion? Would you ever think you win big in your life? Would you ever think you be one in a million? Million. Would you ever think to be a champion?
Sunshine
Would you
bright.
ever think you win big in your life? Would you ever think to be one in a million? Million.
I come from the land of champions. I'm a Kenyan champion.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Is a section of civil society groups, among them Transparency International Kenya, Defenders Coalition, Kenya Human Rights Commission, the Institute of Social Accountability, TISA, and Inuka Kenya have distanced themselves from allegations of funding illegal protests and unruly behavior of protesters. They are now addressing the press at Ufungamano House in Nairobi. Do listen in.
Instrumental in Kenya's development and play a pivotal role in protecting human rights, upholding the rule of law, promoting good governance, and fostering social and economic progress. We unequivocally condemn any unlawful acts during protests. The allegations that civil society organizations are complicit in promoting illegal activities undermines the invaluable work that they have done to strengthen our society and is aimed at tarnishing the perception of civil society to the citizenry we serve. In recent months, civil society organizations have risen to initiate rapid response interventions to meet the pressing and overwhelming needs and concerns of Kenyans who have been affected by the crisis through the provision of legal aid for those arrested or abducted, medical assistance for those injured, and psychosocial support for individuals and families affected. Furthermore, civil society organizations have continued to amplify advocacy on the human rights and governance concerns presented by Kenyans. These actions, which civil society organizations have championed over a long period, should not be misconstrued as support for the acts of lawlessness and violence meted against Kenyans, and which civil society organizations have consistently called out all through the protests.
I continue. The suggestion that young people, particularly the Gen Z, are being funded to speak up and use their voices devalues their genuine contribution to Kenya's development. Young Kenyans have shown remarkable dedication and initiative in advocating for positive change. Their voices are not just essential, but inspiring in shaping the future of our nation, and they deserve to be heard and respected. We are alarmed by the unprecedented violent crackdowns, abductions, and disappearance of Kenyans who have expressed concern over the state of governance and human rights in Kenya. We see the intimidation of civil society organizations as an extension of ongoing general repression against civic space and human rights defenders. In recent weeks, prominent human rights organizations in the country have been subjected to an increase in acts of intimidation, harassment, and threats by the authorities, as well as threats against partners that fund their human rights work. These attacks and threats have also been unleashed upon the media and individual journalists. We call upon the government and all stakeholders to protect the Kenyan civic space. CSOs must be allowed to operate without undue interference or baseless accusations. The Constitution of Kenya guarantees the right to peaceful protest and freedom of expression. These rights must be protected and honored, not only for CSOs, but for every Kenyan.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Right. So that is a statement, a joint statement that was made by members of the civil society organizations last Friday at Ufungamano House. This following some allegations from the government that there are the CSOs are the ones who are behind the protests, and so there's also to compound that story on the page 7 of the Standard newspaper. Ruto talks tough, vows to deal with sponsors of protests. Now, the story says that President William Ruto has warned alleged sponsors of anti-government protests, challenging them to come forward and give him alternatives to his leadership. Ruto said he would be firm in protecting Kenyans against what he termed as tyranny of violence perpetrated by faceless, formless anarchists keen on replacing democracy with dictatorship. Kenya is a democracy, and I quote actually what he said, Kenya is a democracy and a peaceful country. We must never, as a country, agree to replace our democracy with a dictatorship and tyranny of faceless, anonymous people who want to use violence and destruction of property and loss of life in place of democracy. He added, we must guard the peace and stability of our nation and democracy of our country so that it is not undermined and sabotaged by anonymous, faceless, formless, and sponsored people who want to use violence, anarchy, and mayhem to control our nation. Ruto directly challenged those sponsoring and orchestrating and funding this violence, urging them to step forward and present their alternative vision for the country. And as you heard that joint statement earlier on, some of the concerns that were being raised by the civil society organizations is that they have been first of all, that they completely banished out the claims that they've not been behind the funding, the sponsoring, and the supporting of this protest that has been happening, the anti-government protests that have been happening over the past 1 month or so. And some of the things that they say that they have been doing is offering psychosocial support and interventions within, affected families. We've seen they've been also upholding human rights. They've been wanting human rights defending. As well as claiming that this has been a general repression for the CSO space as well. And so they were calling on the government and other stakeholders to protect the civil society space, because first of all, they say that they are not behind this. And I would even want to say that the terminologies that the president was issuing and was stating in his statement, saying that, these are faceless, leaderless, anonymous people. I think one thing that I can say to this is that I think we are seeing the new dawn, right? We are seeing a dawn where as I call it, it's a decentralized organizing that the young people who went out to the street, they don't necessarily have to have like a proper one leader that we can point to and say that this is the person who is telling them what to do. And of course, this links being made by the government saying that the crackdown is going to make sure that the CSO space is not the one behind the protest. In my own opinion, and this is just an opinion, you can control as much. You can fund only as much. To the extent to which we are seeing young people going out to the street, I don't think that the CSO space is lying when they say that they are not behind this protest, And calling it leaderless and faceless and anonymous, it's also just another way of maligning, again, young people's efforts in averting or thwarting some of the ways that they are being governed, that they are not necessarily interested about, or they are questioning and challenging. And so one thing that I would say out of this is that, yes, the government will launch a crackdown. And I bet you that all the records of this civil society organizations, of course, if they have nothing to hide, they have nothing to hide. So do the crackdown as the government, and for the CSOs, of course, they will make sure that they render all their books and with the utmost transparency to this process, as it were. And so once the government also establishes that indeed they were not lying all along, I want to know now what happens next. So after launching a crackdown campaign, which that at this point it almost feels as if it's a witch hunt, because you are not dealing with people who've been funded. We are dealing with an enraged public. The Gen Zs that went out to the public were not funded. You can honestly, again, my opinion, I do not think nobody was funding this protest. This was just an organic movement of young people who are tired of living through the same thing in the country, and they were out there vouching to ensure that they demand for the country that they want to see. So yeah, the president can go on with its crackdown. If the CSO space has nothing to hide, then me, I want to be there when they find out that indeed there's nothing like that, no implications whatsoever that leads to the alluding, that leads to the alluding to the fact that they have been sponsoring these protests, because I can tell you for free, the sponsored things are sort of very controlled. You can tell, but this one was not controlled. Yes, it was peaceful. Yes, it was like in a it was decentralized in its organizing, but it was not controlled at all. And so the CSOs can do as much, so much. You'll run out of money. Honestly, you don't have enough money to pay that many Kenyans. And we are talking about what a report by Infotrack said that almost 5 million Kenyans were out on the street. So all of those people have been paid. No one is willing to die, to put their life on the line because they have been some people are willing to do that because terrorism, but it's big. Yeah, it's bigger than just being funded. It's bigger than being funded. So the CSO space is it's being wrongfully, in my opinion. Again, I will say that it's my opinion, and I am well within my rights to have my opinions voiced out. So yes, so that's what it is. So let's wait and see what this crackdown is going to birth, if at all it will birth from that. Now let's move on to a story here about the Inspector General position. As you know, IG Inspector General Koome just resigned a few a week or so ago. And on page 8 of the Standard newspaper, we have 8 senior police bosses fight for deputy IG job in interviews that begin today. As Kenyans await for the appointment of the Inspector General of Police, 8 senior officers want to be deputies of the holder of that office that fell vacant following the resignation of Japheth Koome. Pursuant to Section 13 and 14 of the National Police Service Act number 11A of 2011, the National Police Service Commission on July 13th invited applications for the 2 positions of Deputy Inspector General of Kenya Police Service and Deputy Inspector General of Administration Police Service. The position of DIG Kenya Police Service attracted 28 applicants, and George Adero Seda, Eliud Kipkoech Lagat, Tom Mboya Odero, and Vincent Kinas Makoha made it to the short list. So those are some of the people that are going to be getting into the interviews to see who takes over. And there's a very nicely done story there of getting into the backgrounds and even the experiences of these bosses, these deputy bosses that are yet to take and assume office as we continue. Some of them are with about 34 years serving the police. Dr. Makoha is currently the Director Chaplaincy, Counseling and Psychosocial Support at Kenya Police Service, where he has also served as Director of National Police Service Police Reserve in Nyanza Regional Police Commander. So yeah, those are some of the backgrounds that that story on the page 8 of the Standard newspaper. Going into details, you want to find out the details of who the new DIG might be, grab your copy of the Standard newspaper to find out more. Keep it 100% Power Radio. Let's get into some music, and when we come back, I'll continue with the day's news. And we can do a pivot of an international news story. The Joe Biden resigning, or rather stepping down from his presidential campaign of the American presidential elections happening November this year. And so we have Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, the vice president of the United States of America, being the top heads of the presidential run. So we will talk about that in depth as we come back. Keep it 100% Power Radio.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Tangu ile siku tukuelect aushikaki si moment tuwezi connect. Nimekuwa nikisaka an appointment, nimekuwa nikisafa disappointment. Siku hizi sukwanaga koteli, sisi maobao wewe lunch hoteli. Panganga na mapoti beli, koni meni, watchmeni. Wanakupangia wakikusalimia, na we uwezi notice hata uwezi dhania. Siku hizi kanti yote venye kuna njaa, kila mtu wanafikiria tu chapa. Don't push me, cause I'm close to that edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Na wale wanadao ni 1%, si uwaonaga siku ya kulipa rent. Sisi ukuwaga ndani ya predicament, biggest spender government. Unchurch officials, na miracles are also artificial. Congregation wako so superficial, wanataka ule Mungu mu beneficial. Unofficial, kitambulisho, unaeza get in a few days, unaeza get in a few ways, unaeza get bila delays. Nowadays, usi hakuna madokta, na gava ijali juu sisi wagonjwa. Tukienda private, tutapay, so ni obvious nani anasay. Don't push me, cause I'm close to that edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Hakuna do kama futa ya Warabu, lakini pia do kwa futa si ajabu. Venye kina Sepp Blatter wamepakua do kapuve kwa plata. Na venye sisi upendaga news, na venye sisi upeaga views. My likes, my shares, kuji amuse. No world affairs, my world issues. Siku hizi ni za social media, modern, daily encyclopedia. Kufuata, hawa ma socialite, wakienda, naija kusocialite. Don't push me, cause I'm close to that edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under. Ni kama jungle sometimes mimi uwanda, mbona sijaenda under.
Never changed his mind, well maybe, baby I'm a fool for you. Mapenzi kipofu, kipenda maovu, huoni, oh love is blind, never seemed so true. When I'm broke, natumianga bro, please call me. Akipiga naomba do, mbona kuna message nazitumanga, send me money. To cut a long story short, yo, vumilia na mimi. Please don't leave me, don't let the money fool you. Sponsors just wanna use you. Namwambia mtoto wa mama siharibike, ananishoni biashara tu. Na siwezi mshibisha na panganga tu. Na mwezi ukiisha sina ujanja, na renti kibishwa wanga blanda. baby, baby, kwa nami wakati sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe. Baby, kwa nami wakati sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe. Baby, only you baby, you're my only one, my only one. Girl, I wanna take you to my mama, show her you're the one for me. I'll never, ever, never, ever leave you. Oh, believe me when I say you will forever be my queen. Yule nalana ye kwa dhiki, talana ye kwa faraja. Ahadi yangu ndio hiyo. Kama pamoja tumelia, tutacheka pamoja. Wow, vumilia na mimi, please don't leave me. Don't let the money fool you. Sponsors just wanna use you. Mtoto wa mama usiharibike. Oh, baby, baby, kwa nami wakati sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe. Baby, kwa nami wakati sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mali nimetoka na wewe. Yeah, 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 yeah. My only one. Okay, sana ichiza kabubu. Baby, no more talk, just do. When time kama buyu, utaikwa chini uko juu. Forever be my only one. Tukiachana itaniuma na joke kuna niga na ngoja nichome aruke ndani ka super sub. Usiache it happen. Shikilie kasiri. You make it in life then. Kushikilie pia mimi. You make me whole, baby. Don't let me go. Stay beside me. You make me complete. How will my heart beat without you? Baby, baby, kwa nami wakati sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe. Baby, kwa nami wakati sina, leo sina kitu, kesho nitafanikiwa. Na nikibarikiwa, ahadi yangu ni sitasahau mali imetoka nawe.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Nyashinsky's playing right here on Power Radio. This is the Power Morning Drive Show. I'm your host, Wanyoike, and we are continuously conversing about the state of the nation, what has been happening in Kenya. And now let's shift some gears now to some international news, because everybody is talking about it. President Joe Biden has stepped down from his presidential race. It sent shockwaves. They've been reverberating left, right, and center from, that Western superpower, the United States of America. And of course, when that happens, of course, the vice president, Ms. Kamala Harris, is now going to be the Democratic running mate to the Republican vote, Donald Trump. Yeah. And so a very tight race right there. And some of the things that have come out of this news is that Donald Trump was able to give his statement, and this is, and I quote on his Twitter account, or rather on his X, he said, "Crooked Joe Biden was not fit to run for president and is certainly not fit to serve, and never was. He only attained the position of president by lies, fake news, and not leaving his basement. All those around him, including his doctor and the media, knew that he wasn't capable of being president, and he wasn't. And now, look what he's done to our country, with millions of people coming across our border, totally unchecked and unvetted, many from prisons, mental institutions, and record numbers of terrorists. We will suffer greatly because of his presidency. But we will again remedy the damage he has done very quickly. Make America great again. Of course, he's very infamous. Make America great again. Adage right there that is known for a very long while to be the forming the backbone of his political campaign. And so of course Kamala Harris is the Democratic she will be running for president on her on the Democratic vote, and so Donald Trump obviously comes in to run for presidency on the Republican vote. You know, American politics, they have figured out that the two parties is what they have. Of course, it's a multi-party state, but the two parties, the major party, these are the Republican Party and the Democratic Party are the major parties that get to decide the politics of the day. So yeah, so I would say that a lot of theories have come out of this. Some people are saying, might this be the first woman to ever be the president of the United States, and not only woman but a woman of color, because as you know, Kamala is a black and Indian woman. She's both black and Indian, and of course that means a lot more for the across the divide in American politics. You know, American politics are very. You know how here in Kenya we have identity politics, and actually it isn't identity politics. Here we have ethnicity being a major determinant, or has been a major determinant of who gets to sit in power and who does not. But in America they have race. The race card, as they call it, is what I mean. It is quite deeply rooted in the corridors of power and whoever gets to decide, you know, what happens in the country. And so, of course, a big conversation right now is her being a black woman, her being the first ever black woman to even come close to come close shave with the presidency. Remember that during the former elections, Hillary Clinton was also running for presidency, and of course, whatever happened, and she was not able to clinch that seat. So this time around, so many critics have also been saying that Kamala Harris, that's the vice president, was not doing much during her tenure since they assumed office 4 years ago within the Joe Biden administration. And so many people are saying that if she did not show herself competent as a vice president, what makes them think that she will perform better as a president of the United States of America. So those are some of the sentiments that are coming out there. Then, of course, the other divide, the Republican Party, of course, running out. We saw an assassination attack last week of Donald Trump during his rally in the Penn State. I'm saying Penn State because I don't want to changanya. I don't know how to say that state's name. Pennsylvania, I think. Yeah, I got that right. Yes, so he came very close shave an ear. The bullet, the assassin was wanted to go for him straight into the jugular, but he just caught the bullet shot on his ear, and right now he's slowly recuperating. But of course, he's tightening his belt towards the race, becoming president of the United States of America yet again. Something interesting that has also been happening in this space, critical spaces, is Michelle Obama. You know, she's been a fan since President Obama assumed office in 2008. And many people have been really speculating that she might be elected into power. And you guys, please stop. she said this countless times, she's not interested. And for somebody who knows like the spirit behind Michelle Obama, I don't think politics is not really close to her heart like that. She just wants to serve people. She's for the big part, she's a humanitarian and very passionate about education of girls across the world. I also think that she understands that she does not necessarily have to be elected into a political power to hold power in a political office for her to be able to carry out the mandate that she is passionate about. And even you could see, even from how she was talking, I'm a big fan of Michelle Obama. Oh my God. My dream interview is to just sit down with her for like 2 hours and just ask her so many questions. So if anybody knows Michelle Obama and you might be listening to this, please let her know that a girl from Nairobi, Kenya called Wanyoike is looking for her. But yeah, I don't think Michelle Obama is going to be president. I don't think she's interested. I don't think that she's here for her. She just wants to make her coffee and write books and just, educate girls all over the world. Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, but so that's the news that has been happening internationally. I mean, of course, in the United States of America, and of course, all eyes on November 2024, as America yet again gets to decide who is their president. A very good chance Donald Trump might. He came very, like, people were so surprised when he became president. They didn't think that he could be president. But you see, he's running on a majority vote. The Republicans form the biggest chunk of the voters in the American in America's democracy. So yeah, it's no. I wouldn't be surprised if he clinched that position again. But am I also rooting for Kamala Harris? Of course, I'm a woman. I want to see women at the top because representation is really important. And I just know what it might mean for a young girl who never felt maybe worthy. And when they see that kind of imagery, they will be like, okay, I can go for it. But much more than that, the legacy of a women-led government, of women leadership, women political leadership. That's what, for me, that's the most important thing for me. Like, what is your legacy as a woman? You're not just coming here and then we say, yay, celebrate jubilation, a woman made it to president. No, you're not going to be let scot-free just because you're a woman. We're not going to not hold you accountable just because you are a woman. In fact, for women, it might be more difficult and more stringent, because already you're coming in against a system that was not created for you in the first place. And so you have to really prove yourself. And I mean, it's unfair that for you to even have the recognition, you have to work 10 times much more than the men that are the uppers of these political positions. So yeah, so if she gets president, well and good, but me, I'm more concerned about what that will portend, what that will mean in terms of the legacy. Yeah, so that we just don't end up having, these women who are in leadership positions, you fight for them, and then when you get there, you don't even do nothing with them. Yeah, that would not be pretty or cute course to go down as. All right, we're continuing to discuss about the state of the nation. Let's get into some music, and I come back and we continue looking at what has been making headlines. This is a Power Radio on the Power Morning Drive show.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Vipi mimi taweza kuishi bila wewe, ukinia tukienda zako penzi wewe, kama ni ukweli yale nasikia kwa majirani ya kwamba utakuja kwenda zako. Uliniahidi tutakuwa tukijadiliana kama swali yangeleta utata. Kwa nini chini unanificha yanayokusinya, lakini unayosema kwa majirani? Kwa nini kando unanificha yanayokuudhi, lakini unayoteta kwa marafiki? Ukiniacha nitalia, ukiangaza kwanza baki naumia. Kama ungelijua uoganilao kukupoteza, ndio nasema baby, nakuomba please baki na mimi. Nasema penzi, nakuomba baki, tujaribu tena, tunayo nafasi ya kuanza tena, tunayo nafasi ya kujikosoa, haturudi nyuma kamwe, haturudi nyuma kamwe, tulia nawe.
Watu wanasema kama karibuni we unaoa tena, na kwamba nianze kujipanga.
Si ukweli, nimekataa.
Ni tahadhari kubwa kwangu na unanitisha, sijue nimekosea wapi. Uliniahidi kama kila jambo lote la nyumbani ni muhimu kuliweka wazi. Nikukishenge uguma buligi umbabaza, kandi zikungukunda
nanje nakukunda yo.
Nikukikundo kumune umujenya, ukicha matwe ngukunda. Ukiniacha nitalia, ukiendeza kutabaki naumia. Kama ungelijua uogani nao kukupoteza, ndio nasema baby, penzi wangu. Nasema penzi, nakuomba baki, tujaribu tena, tunayo nafasi ya kuanza tena. Tunayo nafasi ya kujikosoa, haturudi nyuma kamwe, haturudi nyuma kamwe, haturudi nyuma kamwe.
Baby please,
nakuomba baki, tujaribu tena, tunayo nafasi kuanza tena, tunayo nafasi
ya kujikosoa, haturudi nyuma kamwe,
haturudi nyuma kamwe,
haturudi nyuma, tasonga mbele, tasonga mbele.
tunayo nafasi,
tasonga mbele, haturudi nyuma, haturudi nyuma, baby,
haturudi nyuma kamwe.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
California vitu mzuri, tunaendelea mbele, hakuna cha huzuni hapa, furani tele. Kwa wale wamesahau mziki yangu bado ni genge, kwa wale wanatudharau tafadhali msifanye nicheke. Sitadanganya jamani, merudi studio leo na nasikia poa, na najua mnapenda kusikia sauti yangu, kwa hivyo ngoma poa tu ndo tazidi kutoa. Unatulia nini bana, amka tuzitoke. Unapanguza nini bana, wacha jasho imwagike kote. Hata kama kuna ukame tunajituliza na maji baridi. Clemo raundi ameniambia nikute na ngoma mbili mbili. pili. Moral wachi wabambe na mjipandishe juu ka bendera na mwimbe ngoma ka national anthem.
Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka.
Anacho watu wengi sana wakule raundini ya cheni pia mi ninone. Safari yangu ngepeleka mbio lakini mama kwenda pole pole. Usifikire nimechoka, niko na nguvu kazi ile ngombe nyona mtaani. Sitachoka kutafuta majani, sitachoka kuendelea na safari. Wacha mguu zangu zitembee, wasanii wote wa nguvu wa pepe. Kimaisha na kila kitu anafanya ni bidii na utafika pale unataka. Hata nikigonga so bado mziki zangu zitaacha kusambaza. Nimeamka chali yangu na sioni tena ka chalala. Weka mattress kando tunaenda kazi, weka stress kando mambo ikuwe safi. Moral watu wang'are, moral watu watambe na mjipandishe juu ka bendera na mwimbe ngoma ka national anthem.
Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka.
Bidii yangu imelazimisha watu wengi sana waruke. Asali bado nawapatia, tiongeza sukari utamu isishuke. Nikipanda tafana vile roho yangu inataka, sitapotea tena tankione wengine wakitukata. Pilipili ni aje sikuja usaidie kwa kamata, lakini sijui itakuaje tukiwa roga sana. Sijui atajisaidiaje tukiwa bonda sana. Tuwafundisha kupumzisha nyundo na bado weze kuflex mkono vizuri. Kuingia gym kupanua kifua kiasi na kupumua vizuri.
Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka. Nataka tu heshima yako, nataka tu furaha yako, ndio ujue mahali bidii yangu imetoka.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right, Bidi Yangu, and it's playing right here on Power Radio. We are coming to the end of our show today. We have been looking at the state of the nation, looked at several stories that are making headlines, and should I say finish us off? We have a story here on the Daily Nation. On page 8, residents courting death in keeping looted toxic cyanide. A high-ranking health ministry official has disclosed that the government has only managed to retrieve 1 jerrycan of sodium cyanide following an accident that caused a spill of the toxic chemical. On Saturday, in an official statement, the State Department for Public Health and Professional Standards at the Ministry of Health, through Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni, announced that a truck had overturned, causing spillage of a highly toxic substance known as sodium cyanide in Kambembe area of Rironi, Kiambu County. And so we still have some efforts to ensure that the area is quite safe. But that's all we had time for you today. Thank you so much for everybody who was able to tune into the Power Morning Drive show. We do this again, same time on Wednesday. As usual, Ritai comes to you every Wednesday as we discuss everything that you need to know in terms of your role and responsibility as a member of the public, as a member of, as a citizen of this nation. Yeah, so let's get some music and then I come back and we officially sign out.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Na na na. Freshy, 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 na na na. We all need somebody that call me, I will come running. Vako zako za sama bani dada, zimeni bamba zaidi ya wale. Baby, I love the way you're going down. Ukicheza katitu tustikilunda, utapenda nikikuchezea kinanda. Mama, nitakulinda kama Wakanda forever. Marcelina, sweet Marcelina, isiyotimina na inachizisha. Tunabaki shingo kupinda, kwanza hiyo rinda ikifiririnda. Freshi, na ukicheza nitacheza. Freshi, na ukisonga nitasonga. Freshi, karibia tusakate densi, wacha ikuwe kesi. Na 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 na. Niko na wewe, sitowaishu kwa moyo wangu na wewe. Umenipa pendo tangu jadi hadi wa leo. Tumevuka trabo nyingi tukiwa mavileo. Sasa wamefuata penzi letu kwa mitandao. Tumekuwa mfano wanatangaza kwa redio. Penzi letu limepita yote majaribio. Mambo yetu hayahusu ndewe wala sikio yo yo yo. Hata tukikula chapo ndondo, bado love iko moto moto. Maneno tam tam na matendo bondo. Freshi, na ukicheza nitacheza. Freshi, na ukisonga nitasonga. Freshi, karibia tusakate densi, wacha ikuwe kesi. Na 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 na. A superwoman and a wonder woman. Naspia ulipeleka wapi ma woman? Nataka to hunt, to hamerunta. Nataka wewe uko kambasam. Bia mbili troublesome. Toto painting kusota haram. Anafanya Alejandro anataka bam bam. Lakini uko na tabia weird. Mfano Selena na Maria. Uongo, mkwaju plus bajia. Mitam Sunday service, Lejo Maria. Freshi, na ukicheza nitacheza. Freshi, na ukisonga nitasonga. Freshi, karibia tusakate densi, wacha ikuwe kesi. Na 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 na.
See this one coming. Alejandro had the band. Wanajua ni moto, ni freshi. Karibia tusakate densi.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
All right. Thank you so much for everybody who was able to tune in to the Power Morning Drive Show. My name is Wanyoike, and to all our fans, my subscribers, wetu wote manzi wa Power Radio, asanteni sana. Thank you guys for holding it down with us. I am officially signing out. I hope to see you on Wednesday, same time, same place. But do not go. Just stick around because the She Talks show will be coming in at 11 a.m. On our consecutive bulletins. But as for me, from now, let me go get myself a hot coffee or a hot tea or a hot cup of tea, because it's really cold. it's really cold. Na ukipenda pia tunaweza patana Nairobi Cinema at 5 p.m. pale katika Fitness in the Word Fellowship. If you want, just come and we get blessed together. But thank you so much for tuning in to Power Radio. I am officially out. See you. Adios. Bye.
From sunrise to sunset, all day and night. Power Radio.
Aha, nojamshasikia ati
Tushasikia kwa Douglas tushasikia tukiingia ni kublast huko anga bado unachukua madam so anguka nao itabaki meflow na vibe anguka nao koko single for now mdaglis mteja patikani hadi late night saa 6 ndo taniwai nikupin location na nikofana na hii sukate call niko chomba ya G mimi najua utakuwa irizo riris acha nikushow kwanza form ya Didon nishashika mpoa na twende chini kwa chini akiwa hadi na mini sasa tunasikiza Shin City tuna feel free take a video na post pale NGC jina ni Kantel Kurapsi ni talent G anguka nao anguka nao cheki anguka nao twende down low now stand up to your feet mikono juu alafu click tuliza pesa alafu one leg anguka nao one leg anguka nao anguka nao anguka nao anguka nao
anguka nayo kama uko na new catch anguka nayo kona pati na magwash anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii bash anguka nayo ati anguka nayo ati anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo ati anguka nayo ati anguka nayo na katika msupa webanjuka cheza chini ukikondezo madhuta anguka nayo baby galusha itika mdagi matisho za wadagi step ama darling tambu serikali juni serikali tamka asali simnachwa ni nani flow mshati ki don medunga hapo downi chi utekiwa poa delimiti sikia beba anguka nao anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo ati anguka nayo msupa me feel relaxed anguka nayo kama uko na new catch anguka nayo kama unapati na magwash anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii bash ati
anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo
anguka nayo kama uko na new catch anguka nayo kona pati na magwash anguka nayo round 2 kwa hii bash anguka nayo ati
anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo anguka nayo
Pawa Radio. Tune in and power up.
Na na na